What's up, Israel? Judah and Gentiles alike. I want to say today is Friday. I'm happy to be here. Sabbath Eve. Coming to you today. I need to tie up a few things. I know I told you guys that I was going to have my videos one Wednesday, I think, the middle of the week, and then the last one on the Sabbath day. I ended up, I had a few videos that didn't upload or whatever on Facebook. So those videos is what I uploaded. So they're going to be out of order. You know, they're not going to be in order, but I don't know if that was a blessing or not. Because a lot of things that I discussed on those videos, a lot of things has transpired since then, and some of the things for which I was speaking on has come to fruition. So I'm going to kind of like use this video to kind of like tie in the videos from like the few weeks, the ones that I had already done and completed. So I uploaded them on YouTube. I know I told you guys that I was going to leave the YouTube to my sisters and brothers that was already over there, right? Doing a good job. So Facebook didn't allow those videos to come up, and I know that the Most High needed for me to get that information to the people. So I went ahead and uploaded them to Facebook. Excuse me. I don't know why I keep saying Facebook, to YouTube. So now they're on YouTube. So you can find them over there. So pretty much just trying to bridge things together. You may have heard me saying a few things, alike in the videos until I can get pretty much all of the information caught up and in order with the events that's actually taking place. As I stated, my information was given to me, by the Most High. So later on, these things happened. So, like I say, I just do what he have me to do, and I try to present the information to you guys as I get it, as he give it to me. I know I said that I was a little bit behind, which I was behind on getting them to you because I wasn't able to upload them on Facebook. So now that I'm using YouTube, which I said I wouldn't use, they seem to be going up, pretty quick. So I'm not sure if you guys can see them or not, but they're on there, and I published them. So you'll find them under Freddie L. That's FREDDIEELL. I think it was 86, 87 or something like that. I haven't gotten used to it because I was trying to figure out how I was going to connect the videos together so I can get on track. So I'm going to talk to you about a few things. Like I was saying, I want to reiterate this because I'm starting to see little things come up online and through messaging on Facebook, how they want people to go to the Social Security Administrator saying something about it. You need to prove that you're alive or something. People, I already discussed that in the video before all of this stuff arose, pertaining to the year 2012, where the Social Security administrators ordered those 100 and some thousand hollow point bullets for civil unrest. So I keep telling you guys that Israel, you are the target. Why your enemies are trying to get you out here in the streets, for some type of a confrontation to destroy you, to kill you. You know, that's what it is. I mean, that's why the Most High on those videos told me to tell you to be still while he take down your enemies. I was going to say I'm not going to keep telling you, but if he have me to keep telling you, absolutely I will. You know I will. But stay out the streets. Don't worry about Social Security. Why are you going down there trying to prove you're alive? If you pay taxes, you're alive, right? Come on now. I told you. Wake up. Use your minds. You know, you gonna either get Social Security or whatever, your benefits, or you're not. Who gonna get the most angriest? Israelites. Because they not already worked for their money. They gonna run down there and get shot down. The Most High had me to tell you that way before this information started coming out. Now it's starting to come out. So I've told you that on another video. I don't know if you got to see it, but if you go on my I should have put it on her, but I'll put it on the next one. So you can go ahead and click in. I put the links on Facebook. If you go to my page, Facebook page or whatever, you know, I mean, I'll friend you if you send a request and you could grab the link from there or whatever, or somebody else's page connected to you. You're probably gonna have the link on it because I've put a lot of links on people that's connected to me, you know, on Messenger. So, and Facebook. So, don't run out there in the streets thinking you finna go down there and raise some hell and get slaughtered. It's just that simple with that. You know, I mean, I may tell you again before this video ends, and that's basically to let you know that these things are about to transpire. Like I keep telling you, Esau has a little power left, you know, and the Most High has a time line for when he gonna take Esau down, you know, but he's not gonna allow Esau to kill us off. I mean, because his word wouldn't mean nothing to Abraham at that point, right? Okay, he just destroying them. He's just destroying them bit by bit, you know. He don't want to destroy them. He's not going to destroy them all because some got to go into servitude. But he destroying them bit by bit. He's not going to wipe them out. And another thing, he can't wipe them out real fast because a lot of us have to wake up. A lot of you guys have to wake up. Then he going to clear off more land, you know, because as we grow, he going to clear off our land. If he wipe them all off and you don't even know where most of them at, then the animals, you know, and the forestry gonna take over that land. So he's gonna wipe them out bit by bit. He know what he's doing. So you need to be still. You know what I'm saying? Just like I told you, he told me to tell you. Israel, don't be out there marching. Don't go to the any federal buildings trying to force something. Okay? You gonna get what you got coming. You gonna get it all. Now the ones that you run out there hard-headed, want to blend in with your enemies that look like you and the other Gentiles marching, running your mouth, talking stupid, you're gonna be destroyed. You know, Esau or the states, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, they've been know who we are. It scares them that we have awakened. They don't really have a lot to say. They just throwing out distractions. Distraction. I gave you the definition of distraction, segregation, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Separation. You know, I mean, I didn't look at it, but as I was scrolling through YouTube last night, I think it was. Yeah, last night, I was seeing like they having topics on distractions now. What's the difference between separation and segregation? Well, I told you guys that our nation, Israel, Shem, Shemitic, we are Shem, the true Israel. We have a lot of very intelligent people in our nation. But what I'm getting upset about is, so why aren't our people trying to open up like a store to replace Target? You have a lot of people of your color that have a lot of vested interest in Target. So they like, oh, we're not gonna boycott Target. Yes, we're gonna have to feed ourselves, people. We're gonna have to take control of this. We at least need to feed ourselves, right? I've devised a plan to feed most of the Missourians. I can stretch it out with help and feed Illinois too, with help from Illinois. These farms falling down, coming down. We need to be buying those farms. Who gonna work? We gonna work them. That's what we do. We gonna get the technology, the machines, and we gonna work them. We gonna form them. We gonna feed ourselves. Our people, Israel, can pay us for that. And we keep the money in our nation. See? We can feed ourselves. That way we won't have to worry about them poisoning us. You have your brother, Ishmael descendants in our neighborhoods feeding you guys. You know what I'm saying? Chicken, fish, out of these filling stations and all of these markets stationed all over. Yeah, they don't need the money. Not the Arabs. The Arabs don't need the money. Remember my last video, I don't know if it's up, if y'all able to see it on YouTube, but it is on YouTube now, where I mentioned the Arabs are angry with us. The Arabs still have slaves. Our brother descendants, Ishmael, they have slaves over there. All they got to do is get our women over there, right? I'm seeing it on Facebook posts. I've been seeing it for like years. Oh, this young lady missing, this young lady missing, this young girl, and they're not old women. And they're not babies, like infants or 5 years old. They're fully grown women. They are 13 and up, for what I've been seeing, to probably about 20 something, maybe 30. What's happened to all of these sisters? Y'all asleep and you're being destroyed. If they continue to take the women, then that's going to be a problem for Israel, which will be something that is precedent, because throughout history, biblical and all, Israel, you knew Israel because of the way they multiplied. So y'all can keep sleeping. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're not going to take us out already. The Most High already assured me of that. But you're going to lose some sisters. You're going to lose some daughters. You're going to lose aunts. Friends. Just going to vanish off the earth. They're not going to find their bodies because they're not dead. They're going to put them in one of those containers. Throw some food up in there. You know how they was doing a Chinese, bringing them over here for these little sweatshops that's tucked away in Chinatown, enslaving their own people for that dollar. They sending our sisters over there for slavery. And like I said, Arabs, they have the most money. They have cars of gold. That was not a joke when I said that. They have cars made of gold. But see, they keep their stuff. When you have power and money, you keep your stuff low. You know what I'm saying? You never heard them going bankrupt. Didn't nobody have to bail the Arabs out or nothing, because they deal in gold and oil. They was still using the dollar, the petrodollar, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, but they got gold over there, you know. And yeah, Esau has the might, but you don't never heard nothing about the money that they have over there, and ain't nobody gonna stop them with that type of money. You got your own people sending your sisters and kidnapping your sisters and your nieces and your daughters and sending them over there because that money. They call it what, trafficking now? Same thing they was doing when they was snatching the people out of Africa. Ghana, you know. I don't know, I get disappointed a lot with y'all, you know. You don't listen. The Most High said you a stiff-necked people. And it's true. You don't listen. You worried about the next black man. What this guy, you know, how to hold him back instead of how to lift him up, you know, so he can pull somebody up. You know, y'all still have that slave mentality. Your body's not enslaved or in chains, but your mind still are. But no matter what, the Most High has Donald Trump attacking this system. You know, everybody, I listen to all of these platforms. That's everybody talking about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is destroying a system that has destroyed us. While y'all crying about what the history library or something. People, your history is in your mind. Mostly everybody that's Israel right now on the earth have already went through books and computers. It's all over the media. How have you been done? How have your forefathers done? How the land was taken? How they converted Israel into a savage name, which was Indians. How they marched us down the Trail of Tears, killed us, fed us to dogs, alligators, our babies to alligators, wore men Israel's skin as leather on their feet for shoes and coats and jackets, hung us, burned us. Come on, man. You already have your history. That's why you're crying about Jim Crow, you know, or segregation. You already know these things. That's the past. That's not your future. But as the Most High continue to give me this stuff, I'm going to continue to bring it to you. You know, because there's some people out there that has to be awakened. And they going to wake up. You know, whether it's Israel or the clinging Gentiles. You know, be that as it may. You know, I'm going to give it like he tell me to give it to you. It's time for us to get our stuff back. We finna get it all back. We finna get all our rubies and diamonds that was on the beaches when they came and that they took and they stole, all our gold that they done took to the church. I know you heard me saying this same stuff, but that's because this is what we finna get back. While y'all out here selling y'all souls for them dead dollars that don't mean nothing. They print dollars and give it to you, right? They've taken all of the gold. Rubies, diamonds, sapphires. This land was full of all of that. Before they came over here poor, broke. They don't even have land. Noah dispersed these lands between his sons, Shem, Japheth, and the Hamites. Ham. And none of that did you hear anything about a European, a German, a Frenchman. None of that. They came, they took when we was at our lowest. You know what I'm saying? When the Most High had brought us down, so they could conquer us, so prophecy could be fulfilled, so he could punish us for the wrong that our forefathers done. And now that that time is up, we getting our stuff back. So go at your sisters, out here. Brothers, keep y'all head on the swivel. And don't worry about the Mexicans, the Hispanics, the Europeans, and the Hamites. Don't worry about them, because they're your enemies. Worry about Israel. You see someone attacking a sister or rolling up on a sister, you should be there. Like, hold on, break it out. Go on about your business, sister. You know what I'm saying? Where you going? You see a brother or somebody on a sister, and she's not with him, and you see the fur in her face or whatever, you need to beat her. You know what I'm saying? That's how I am. I make it do what it do. I don't care where I'm at. Shit, don't matter. I'm not gonna see nobody beat a woman down. Or a brother. Ain't 2 or 3. Nah, hold up. I mean, chill out, bro. Come on. It ain't finna be like that. One at a time or something. Y'all need to wake up, Israel. But we finna get everything back, like I said. I did jot a few things down. I'm gonna go over whatever. But I just really wanted to get on here to talk to you guys about this joy that I have. Even I bring this news to you that the Most High give me. I be trying to figure out how to bring it to you in a positive way. The clinging Gentiles and Israel. Israel, you should be happy. The Gentiles should be happy. The clinging ones and the other ones as well. Because once the earth convert over to righteousness, which is us, we are righteous. Well, we're not righteous like that, but we are the chosen seed, and we're gonna inherit it because the Father found favor in our father, in Abraham, and so we reap the benefits. So I want to tell you guys, the earth is still testifying against the wicked. I'm testifying against the wicked. The rest of us that's in this walk, we testifying against the wicked, because that's the enemy. The enemy is wicked, right? Something that's not righteous. Like, we can get into that because it upsets me a lot. I want to say the name that I told you who this person was. Very intelligent sister, married to the Jew, right? So-called Jew, because we are the real people, right? I just want to reiterate that part. I can't say her name, on this video, because now it's going to YouTube. I don't know exactly what their rules is. I was pretty much trying to get these video up so I could give you guys the information that the Most High had downloaded to me to give you, and that's to stay still, Israel. Don't run to no federal buildings talking about a check and get gunned down with those hollow points they already ordered in 2012 for you, because they waiting for you while you getting this information like it's brand new information. Yeah, run on down there to the, what do you call it? You need to make sure you're alive. What? Shit, when I get up in the morning, I know I'm alive, so I'll be able to deal with whatever they want to do later. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when it's time for me to get my check or whatever, if it don't come a few times, I may look at the news, I may call down there or whatever. I mean, I don't get them yet, but that's what I would do if you guys get them. Don't roll down there and it's a mob already there. Your enemies souping you up. They got on these vests and these funny colors to identify them. And all you rest of you ones that don't have one on, guess who y'all are? That's Israel. Them the ones you kill. Come on, man. Like I told you, the Edomites, that's what they do. They love killing, you know? They love, they just, go down there if you want. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Go down there if you want, talking about a damn check. Your ass is not gonna make it. You're gonna pull a, what they call those? One of them hearses. They ain't gonna be a hearse. They're gonna take a bus, block the windows out, paint it black, and throw y'all asses up in there. You know what I'm saying? Talking about a check. You gonna go down there crying about a check. Your name ain't gonna be printed on nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't cash nothing. They got those bullets. I told y'all, Google it. I think it's just a, let me see what it says. I checked it the last time before I told y'all about it to make sure it came up. Okay, Google, pause. How many bullets did the Social Security Administrator order in 2012? Oh, she ain't even talking to me, but they ordered 174,000 rounds of hollow points, pistol ammunition for its officers of investigations, part of the Office of the Inspector General, to be used by field locations. Hold on. Let me see if they took that other part off, because it sure says civil unrest on her. Hold on. Security. Why does Social Security need 174,000 bullets? Fact check. Social Security Administration ordered. Okay. You're saying the same thing. They ordered bullets, but not to quell civil. Oh, now they say, but not to. Ha! First they said, see, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all gonna run down there, they gonna gun you down. See, this technology, these computers, they have to program these computers. I hope y'all don't think that AI is something that just learns by itself. They program what they want to put in these computers. And that's what because when I read it, even the last time before I posted it, that's probably why that video didn't go up. It said for civil unrest. That's what it said. I read it right there before I after I told you. So yeah. So you can Google it now, and it says I think it just said not for civil unrest. Now it says not for civil unrest. But at first, before I told y'all, that's why they pay attention to us. You know, they pay attention to us. And that's why stuff ain't going up. My stuff is old. When y'all get it, it's going to be old because they like holding it from going up. That's why I came over to YouTube and started uploading it. You know what I'm saying? But they say not civil unrest. Okay. All right, Google. Continue. Okay. Okay, Google. Continue. All right, so yeah, so they did the bullet thing. So that's probably what they finna do for y'all. Y'all gonna run down there talking about a check, and they gonna be smoking y'all like Newports. And then they gonna wedge some other one. See, these are the things they gotta do. They gotta do it like that. They gotta make you guys engage them to look like it's a war. You know what I'm saying? Because like I told you, when they try to come at us to take us out, the Most High gonna destroy them just like that. And they know this stuff. And they know he here because he destroying them. Because Edomites, they scientists, all that, they very peculiar about what happens in the earth, how many people die. You know what I'm saying? That's why they do that, what they call it, the census, right? They want to know how many blacks over here, how many Israelites over here, you know, because most of the people, that's a lot of the people, I'm not going to say most of them, are not even aware of really who we are, for real. They just help destroying us. And that's how they gonna get destroyed. Not educating themselves. Not identifying the real people. Because the Most High says, if you bless Israel, you will be blessed. But if you curse Israel, you're gonna get them curses, right? So pay attention to that. Y'all better keep up with what's going on according to biblical things that's supposed to happen. You know, you just need to stand still, Israel. When they try to pull you out there with that stupid stuff like that. Because I think it was my daughter's aunt posted it. Like, we need to, this was like, I think the beginning of the week or whatever. Or Tuesday, something like that. I saw it on a little email or whatever. I sent her one of my videos. Like, hey, she talking about, we need to go down, all us, we need to go down to Social Security and let them know we still alive. What? Okay. No, you need to, I'm gonna send you this video. Her, look at this. You know, she always been kind of round-minded. So she'll see that video and she'll be like, oh, okay. Yeah, Freddie, yeah, he not gonna be lying to me. No, I'm not. To none of y'all. You know, and if the Most High tell me to tell you something, and I'm telling you, at least you can stop and think about that. You know what I'm saying? What sense do it make for me to run down there? They don't have a check in my name. They're not letting people in if they rallying and whatever. So what I'm going down there for? Don't make sense for me to go down there. I'm gonna do like I normally do when my check don't come. I'm gonna call. They phone busy. Oh, well, I'm gonna have to call them another day. You know, I'm gonna call them when they get through protesting down there. Yeah. Then see if I can find somebody, you know, with a sound mind that can explain to me why I haven't got my check yet. You know, business. But anyway, enough of that. All right, I want to go off into the politicians of California. Last night, I ran across a video, sister on Africa Dispar or something like that. I downloaded that app. Africa Dispar or something like that. Talking about those politicians, them ones with our same color up there, they got caught up in that money, right? Remember I told you they wouldn't submit the bill for reparations to the floor to be voted on because they want to funnel that money and keep that money and pat their pockets with that money. I told you that. What, a week ago or so? A couple of weeks maybe? A week or so? It's on one of them videos if you go look at one of them older videos. Well, she was explaining and showing, you know, proof that they have to, you know, people, Israel, these Israelites, we pushing this truth to y'all. See, we be having receipts. We just don't be talking, right? So she was saying that, yeah, they'd have caught them. You know, they have the, I should have listened to, you know, I just, you know, when I heard something like that start off, once I heard so much of it, I'm like, there you go right there. Confirmation of what the Most High told me to tell people did, you know. So I told y'all about that they was sticking that money in their pocket. So anyway, she goes on to say that, yeah, they were stealing the money. Now they upset. They on Newsom because some of that money was allocated towards reparations, you know, or money to be dispersed to people in California. They had, you know, start funneling it or had intentions on funneling it to their favorite charities. Okay? But now that they can't get that money, they pressing Newsom to release that money to reparations. I told you, as long as they getting that money, they don't care about Israel. They don't care about who on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? They don't. That fake dollar, that brings them happiness, to be able to do what they want to do on this earth, in the earth. Okay. They don't care. I told you the Most High cares. He exposed them. He let you see. That's what Donald Trump doing. The same thing. And Crockett, I ain't really have anything. I won't even bring her up. But I'm sure she from here, St. Louis, STL. But she up there in Texas. That's where all this stuff is happening at. Up in Texas, California, up that way. So they must have some pull. Donald Trump said black people up there is stopping, appointments, people from coming in and moving in them places. And he's not lying. And those same black people, color, are stopping reparations from being dispersed or coming into existence for Israel. Because as long as they can keep sending them millions and billions of dollars all over the earth to things and places that mean nothing, they can keep patting their pockets. But they got to keep Israel down. Because everybody don't feel like they do. Not me. Because I'm going to still be worried and wondering about that black man that I saw under the bridge. Or that white man standing, old poor white man with the signs or whatever. Some of them scam artists, some of them not. Poor, homeless. They don't care about none of that. They don't care about you being incarcerated and you ain't did nothing wrong. They don't care about none of that. They care about that mighty dollar. That's it. See, we got to get rid of there. Donald Trump's starting it off. He's destroying the system. See, that's what's destroying us. The legislature, like Crockett. She's a lawmaker, but then you have them old people that make the laws. You got Congress, you got the House, you got it's 3 branches up there. I mean, they guard the laws, that they give the judges. It's supposed to give the states, right? But the states, they want to do what they want. They don't want to hear nothing about the laws. They want to do what they want in their state. They'll listen to a little bit what Donald Trump give them, and then they're going to take it and run with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine with me. I'm right here. This is where I'm gonna be. I'm right here. So the laws, the legislature branch, the Congress, then you got the White House, all of that need to be destroyed. All of it. So it can be built back right. That's what's holding us down, laws. You know what I'm saying? Like you hear all of these Europeans crying about, I'm against reparations. I can't tell, dog. You've been getting checks, free checks. You know what I'm saying? Homes, government loans for homes. Money funneled to you, tax write-offs. Europeans, Edomites, and Gentiles, and all these other foreigners. Y'all been getting reparations since y'all been here. Our reparations. You know what I'm saying? Our land. We paying taxes on our own land. being destroyed on our own land. You got people coming from all over the earth coming here and getting everything that we supposed to be getting. And the government that's in place and families, because they move each other in, like the Chinese people do. When one Rice House family make it big from us, because we'll support them, but we won't support our own. They'll move out there, move into Chesterfield somewhere, and then another poor family come in, make their fortune off of. That's why they've been with us since slavery. They've always had a store or a Chinese rice house, because we're gonna support them. Gonna patronize them. Let a brother grab a store or something trying to come up. His intentions might be, well, I'm gonna build this store for our community and I'm gonna put something back. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody come in our neighborhoods, our community, whether the Arabs, the Hispanics, the Chinese, Koreans, they take our money and right on our neighborhood with. That's why our areas are destroyed. Be a better word. No schools, no money in our neighborhoods. That's by design. Yeah. Because what? When Israel separate, we build things, communities, schools. You know what I'm saying? That's why you always hear about them destroying, flooding our cities out, or the land that we cultivated and build on. Wall Street, Lanier, all of the other 50 and 60 little settlements all over America. Because we're not going to stand still and not have. We've been enslaved all this long time. Servitude. You got Europeans hate you when you drive your car past them. You work every day, but you're supposed to have that because they don't have it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyway, let me, I don't want to keep on ranting. I'm getting upset. This is Sabbath day. I'm supposed to be happy. But I just get upset with y'all. Don't be listening. Y'all don't wake up. But I'm going to tell you like this. I'm willing to, join with anybody that want to open up a farm that has a plan. I got a partner that can that owns an 18-wheeler. They can bring it, pick up the food, produce and whatever, and bring it back. We need a place for it to be sold. And then we're going to need the community to participate. Because just bringing your dollars there without the understanding of we need these dollars to continue so we can open up other things in the community, so we can keep our money in our community. We don't need to go nowhere and separate. How is y'all going to separate us? Yeah, don't worry about that part. Let's just control food first. And I don't know if you brothers know it, but the brothers over there in Africa, the Hamites, they've created cars